welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
From Detroit, Michigan, we're looking live at Ford Field. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Now, ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the run back to the 27. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out to one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
We'd ask Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career. I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you gritty. And being a quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
This is Walker on second. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He's picked up with 2 here. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you want to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Darnold out to play action. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw
against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
The 2nd down pass. Amik Robertson on the stop. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
And it's 4th down.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Okay, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback. A guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Goff off the play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw, third and long. That's complete to Sloan. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to it. Throwing is gone. Completed over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running behind center with White. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy. And that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
180! It's Montgomery on third. And that short gain is enough for a set it down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie. You can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
First down throw from Goff. Taken in by Williams outright. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
180! They go play action with Goff. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Ross St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Third down and 4.
What's playing? What's that? From the gun, Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. That one's a miss, so he hung it out right at that upright. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Play fake. Darnold. It is caught left side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Enough to Walker from the gun. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close.
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks go up 6-0 here in the first. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Caden. Don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one. You mentioned the value he could bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
His kick is
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. They left a few on the table their last time out, Bronx, settling for a field goal try to miss the mark.
Here we go.
To the air on first down. Here's Goff. That's complete to Sam LaPorte line. This is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
20.
Out of the shotgun. Goff. To the sideline and intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He had the pick. Just couldn't hang on, though. And this drive lives on to see third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get 6 and a first down as well. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry.
Here we go, tonight. 20.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. The Seahawks with an early lead. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Off play action. Goff. Has a man downfield. It's LaPorte. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. That is good for a Detroit first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down from the 42.
20.
Montgomery now up the middle. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. He ain't Buffet bringing that play to a halt.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Goff to the air now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. It helps set his target up. Put some more yards on that stat sheet.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
We go tonight. 180.
Working inside the red zone. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on 1st down, bro. Don't come away with any points just yet. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, gone. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions start to fight back with their first points of this game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. The Lions tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Things going well so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Seahawks stop headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Walker on 1st down. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
The cool thing about a drive starting a run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
2nd down, Walker's going to get it again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Darnold. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Connection made to Shaheed. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
50 yards on the play. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
It's a loss of 1.
And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who are going to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line it.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks take a 2nd quarter lead. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Lions 7.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Gone. to Williams. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 33-yard line.
180. Turbo.
Here's Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it on to the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 5 on the play. And the Lions have a first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, it's Goff. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it sets up second down.
180.
They're going to throw again. Goff. He's trying to go deep again. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Lions tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. His return starts at the 5. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm an aggressive call on second.
27-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
We go set.
Out of the gun, here's Donald. It gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he
First down. A gain of 12. And the Seahawks.
now Donald off the play action. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Continuing to move past the 45. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. A tackle made at the 47. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series.
120. Turbo set.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
We go tonight.
This is Gibbs on second down. He takes it ahead for a healthy 70 yards. It's third down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
We go tonight. 180.
Again, it's Gibbs. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
In punt formation
On
for the
comes
Lions.
Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
This gets forward to around the 29. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
And the Seahawks.
1st and 10. Darnold. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks. Rotate your personnel. Throw in some wrinkles. And once again, go hit that quarterback.
The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. 1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
We go tonight.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. Gets up the edge to the 35. Down the sideline inside the 40. And somehow they reach the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating my run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Bates now for the point after. And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. They certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponent had.
180.
They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
20.
Goff setting the throw. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action here with Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game, even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down. No, even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
20.
Throwing is gone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
180.
On second and 10, Goff has him on the quick hitter. So a solid gain there, Brock. It's still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here's a give inside to right. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
It's a gain of a yard.
I'll be honest with you. Seeing that in real time, I didn't know if they got enough. But credit that first to a tremendous effort, and secondly to know exactly what he needed to go get that extra.
This fine, St. Brown. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Okay, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
We go tonight. Black 20.
A pitch out to Montgomery. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Seahawks 14.
Defense has it. Let's get things back to a one-score game. Drive begins with a Walker run. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Running with Walker again. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clears the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down.
Darnold looking to throw. Drop off caught by his back. And they're going to hand him a big loss on this first down. Forced out of bounds several yards behind that line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Throwing here, Darnold. To the left and pulled in by Cobb. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still Brock not enough to avoid 3rd down.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
And again, it's Darnold. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd, long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Brings it in at the 12. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10.
White 20. What's that?
They go play action with Goff. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19.
180. What's that?
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield track. Pick up a 34 yards on that play. And the Lions have a 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
What? Black 20. Turbo.
Goff on 1st and 10. He's looking deep once again. And he swats that deep shot away, but he better not celebrate just yet. Looks like his contact drew a flag. They may still get this yardage. So with a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10.
120. Turbo.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
Lions 35, Seahawks 14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He fields it from the 8.
Torrey Horton on the return.
The Seahawks stop headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find supports to go after that lead. Walker running to the right. Nearly starts the drive with the first down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice. Now a really manageable second down.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Play fake, Darnold. He takes it himself. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They give up the gut to Walker. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Seahawks the first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Seahawks who have possession. They've got a lot of work to do, Brock. They are in a massive hole. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Rolling on first. Here's Darnold. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the Lions 33.
To throw. Here's Darnold. It's caught. Varner. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Seahawks.
Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Short pass brought in. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. On the line for another first and 10.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Seahawks.
From the gun, Darnold. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Gain of 10 yards.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
The 4-yard line.
First and goal. Here's Walker. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks get it back to a 14-point game.
Seahawks 21.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Sailors now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down. Well, we talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Finds him over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
We go tonight. 180.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
180.
Back to Gibbs now on 2nd. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
It's Montgomery on 3rd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Black 20.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
We go tonight. Black 20. What's that?
Another one for Gibbs. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
180.
Off to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete. And now they're facing 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Bates' kick is up and good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. Escapes the defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And scoring hasn't been an issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
going to be stopped right around the 37. Looking quickly here.
15 yards. And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 37.
First and 10. Darnold. Hits him on the end route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Seahawks first
They'll
down.
empty the backfield and motion him out.
First and 10 at the 40.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. Finding Shaheed, back-to-back plays. Shoots away from one. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
18 more yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
Walker on first down. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Working quickly here.
Ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Send him left out of the slot.
Second and 6.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Seahawks hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Darnold now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Trying to push deep downfield. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Flying forward is Walker. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
180! What's up?
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
He was taken down.
Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
180!
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a game.
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.